Everybody. Welcome to our question and answer session for Elohim Guided by Light Sound Healing Practitioner Training. So I'm Dominique Oyster, and this is Trina Joy Lucas, and we are the founders of Elohim Sound Healing. And it's a very powerful modality, so we'd really like to answer your questions thoroughly. And we've had some questions about the kind of energy and how do you know which energy you're working with if you're an energy healer. And Elohim Sound Healing really answers this question. So I'm going to throw it to Trina because she's the master spiritual healer, energy practitioner here, and she's an amazing channel, and she's worked with really distinguishing spiritual vibrations from one another. So she's amazing at answering this question. Thanks.
Thank you, Dom. That's very, very sweet of you to say. So my name's Trina, and I've been practicing as a psychic spiritual healer and teacher for almost 25 years now. One thing I notice in clinical practice is that you need to be really clear about the energy that you are passing on to clients for therapeutic effect. Okay, you want to make sure that that energy has got the right intent inside of it. Now, let me give you an example. For instance, you might be working with a client and they have a very deeply established pattern. Okay, and that pattern might have a vibration of I'm not good enough, and it's affecting every part of their life. It's affecting the biochemistry in the body, the way that they think, their emotions, the beliefs that they create. And so that I'm not good enough pattern inside of the client is really sneaky. And when you're working on a client, that energy can start to that energy that you're wanting to actually help move out of the client starts to actually come and fill the whole space, make its way around you, and start being part of what is directing the vibration that you are creating. Now, that is the principle, that is why I say to anybody that I'm talking about when it comes to healing with energy, is that you want to make sure that that energy that you are sending into a client for therapeutic value, that it is being directed by your soul. Because because your soul knows how to make sure that the energy is being filtered correctly and that it is being created with the right intent, and that it has the therapeutic value that that client actually needs. So what I'm basically trying to say is some patterns are super, super stubborn, and those patterns will do whatever they can to try and maintain their authority and their sovereignty in a client. And so this particular energy course, the Elohim Guided by Light Sound Healing Practitioner course, I actually channeled this from Spirit. And I channeled it from Spirit so that you have a solid support system of 4 goddesses. You have a structure to work with, you have tools to work with, so that you are confident that the vibration that you are producing with sound is actually being tailored to meet the needs of the client, because it is being guided by these spirits. And these spirits actually hold you in a way that your soul levels of self and your human levels of self are as integrated as they can be in that moment, to make sure that it's not your human levels of self that are actually directing the vibration being created. And let me just say one more thing about that that's really important, and that is that Spirit has a bigger picture understanding of what our needs are. And our human self, our beautiful, beautiful, lovely human self, it is limited in its senses and its understanding of what the client's needs are from an energetic perspective, okay? Because there's only so much we understand about energy. I mean, I've got my my little certificate here because I did a Bachelor of Health Science in Traditional Chinese Medicine with honours. That is a thorough training in energy. And even then, I did not know as much about energy as I do now that I, have been taught directly from spirit about energy. And so without having to actually go in there and teach you for, a year or so about how energy works in the spirit worlds, what we've done is come up with this course that can give you the structure and the tools that you need to make sure that from this bigger picture perspective of the client's needs, the vibration that you are creating with your body is guided by spirit and is delivered into the client with a purity of intent.
Beautiful. All right. Thank you. That's amazing.
Welcome.
And just to fill people in, I'm an international opera singer. I am a teacher and a voice expert. I guess I can call myself intuitive as well, healer. And I have a perspective on the voice that very few people have. And so we've decided that my knowledge about the voice and my understanding of the voice as a performance tool, as a spiritual tool, as a communication tool, as a business tool, all those levels, as an emotional tool, relationship tool, that this combines really beautifully with energy healing, because we know that sound and voice and energy are an incredible team, and Trina and I have teamed up to deliver that team, that energetic presentation, so that you can go out into the world and practice.